Kanye West winning a Grammy in the year of 2026 will quite literally change everything for not just him, but the entire music industry. And now, for those of you guys that don't know, just yesterday, it was officially confirmed that Kanye West ended up submitting his submission for the 2026 Grammys in order to win a award for Best Rap Album of the Year and Best Album of the Year with his project Donda 2. And now, while this does seem normal, because I mean, what artist is not trying to win a Grammy? This is very big because this will change the trajectory of Kanye West's career if he can end up pulling this win. And it would also just change the way we perceive the music industry if he somehow ends up taking an award home with him. Now, I think it's very important for us to firstly understand what Donda 2 even is. Now, Donda 2 was an album that Kanye West started to work on back in 2022. And this was a very unique time to be a Kanye West fan because he was doing very odd stuff, such as going on Twitter rants and basically dissing Pete Davidson, him also just basically harassing Kim Kardashian to get back with him after they ended up getting divorced, and him also co-siding Future to work on this project. A lot of people overlooked that during this time Future had a major contribution to this project. And alongside that, unlike Donda 1, which ended up getting 3 listening parties, Donda 2 got only 1 listening party, and that listening party itself was very odd, with Kanye mid listening party crashing out, and it got to the point at one time where he threw his mic into the water and he just left the freaking stadium. And after that listening party, we ended up not getting the album ever, and it was very frustrating for fans as well, because during that time he was also trying to sell us into this brand new machine that he had called the Yeezy stem player, and this was quote unquote supposed to be the future of music, which didn't really lead to anything, and people bought it for the sole reason of getting Donda 2 because he made it an exclusive thing on the stem player. But like I said, it never dropped, so people basically wasted their money. And after all of that, Donda 2 just kind of faded. It didn't really come to anything. It seemed like a lost memory. It seemed like a idea that Kanye West just had in the moment, and it didn't lead to another project. And it was definitely sad to see, because the listening party that Donda 2 had a lot of potential music to be great, and we did see a lot of features on that project that came out very spectacular, like I mean Jack Harlow and Louis Bags and Soulja Boy on First Time in a Long Time. But it was really silent, and then we really knew we weren't getting this album a few months after all of that happened, when he did the Alex Jones show and he said what he said, and basically that's when things took a turn for the worse. And flash forward all the way to 2025, 3 years later, we ended up getting Donda 2 this year, but it wasn't as everybody expected, and it was probably in the most weirdest way we saw Kanye drop a project, because he was live streaming a lot during this time with people like Digital Nas and Sneeko and Neon, and it was very weird to see him work with these people. And when he was working on Donda 2, he was implementing a lot of AI, and he ended up doing a listening party with the songs incompleted, and he dropped it. But when he did drop it, it was on an alternate account called Yay, and the entire thing was just so odd and weird. But we ended up getting the project on streaming platforms. With all of that being said, all of these moments now lead to yesterday, which Kanye West officially ended up submitting a submission for the 2026 Grammys for Donda 2, and he is looking to win 2 awards, which is Best Rap Album of the Year and Best Album of the Year. And the reason why this would change the trajectory of the music industry, in my opinion, is because Donda 2 was an album that we saw have a lot of AI, and it was something that we never really seen done in the music industry. And a lot of artists right now are kind of in a very confused spot because they don't know if they should implement AI because it is the future, and some just don't want to do it because they just don't want to have that negative feedback. So I do believe if Donda 2 ends up catching any sort of award for the 2026 Grammys, it would really pave the way and open that door for artists to be okay with using AI in their music and normalizing it. And not to mention, but Donda 2 was a project that came out in 2022, and we know from a lot of artists' interviews in the past, they don't like dropping old music. They like to keep things fresh, they like to keep things new. So even if Donda 2 also won a project, it would also lead that way for artists to really accept and be okay with dropping old music and refining it if they have to, and not always having to make new stuff. And it would basically just make it okay for them to take long on music and really craft it and maybe even preview it before it drops. And this is something we don't really see a lot of artists do. Now, in my opinion, I do think the idea of artists revisiting their old stuff and refining it is good. But what I really think the issue is, if Donda 2 wins a Grammy, is the AI usage. I feel like a lot of artists are going to be more influenced into using AI, because I mean, if an artist already won an album with AI, why wouldn't they do it? And I feel like right now in the world, the only thing that is still authentic and still just real to people is art, and it's music, and it's movies, and it's television, and it's video games, and it's media. And if we do see this uprising AI, it can definitely be concerning, and it might be detrimental into just how we communicate with other people and how we perceive art and how we get influenced and motivated, because I mean, it wouldn't be done by real people. But for Kanye's career, I definitely think that he needs to win this. It's not a matter of if he wants to, what if he does. Kanye absolutely needs to win this 2026 Grammy, because I mean, let's be real, let's be honest, Kanye is one of the most canceled people on earth right now. He's one of the most hated people. I mean, this man is banned in several countries like Australia, like Brazil. So imagine if he can end up picking this Grammy win in 2026. And also, it would be crazier because he is going up against music giants. I mean, Kanye is not the only artist that submitted a submission for the 2026 Grammy Awards. I mean, we got artists like Playboi Carti, King Carson, Tyler, the Creator, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, that are also looking to snag that award. And those artists I just named didn't drop bad projects. I mean, these are artists that are dropping some of their best work yet. I mean, we got Tyler, the Creator, that dropped Don't Tap the Glass. We got Kendrick Lamar that dropped GNX. We got Cardi that dropped I Am Music. So if Kanye is competing with all of these music giants and competing with all of these prolific albums that came out this year and last year, imagine what that would say to the music industry if he ended up picking a win over all of those artists. Not only it would show that his progressiveness in AI is going to be the future, but it would also show that throughout all the backlash he had, throughout all the cancellation he had, he's still going to be on top, and nothing would ever really stop him. Now, personally, for me, do I think he can win? I don't think so. I feel like there's way too much competition. I feel like the politics that are involved as well with him right now, it's just not looking good. And like I said, I mean, we got other artists dropping better music and just bigger albums, you know, mainstream. I feel like Donda 2 is going to get overlooked. But I feel like it's just interesting to think about, you know, what are those moments, you know, if he did win, you know, and he could win. It is possible, but it's going to be very difficult. I don't think he is, but I think it's just kind of fun to ponder the idea of what if he does and how crazy that would be for him and the music industry. I feel like if this was another time in Kanye's career, or maybe if the competition wasn't so big, he has a possibility of doing it, but he has too much going against him right now with the competition and just him being blackballed from the entire industry. And especially with all the stuff he said this year, there's no way they will let him on a Grammy stage. I mean, even if you look at it from the perspective of someone that works at the Grammys, logically, it would be such a brand risk to let him win. And I feel like it would be disrespectful to a lot of people if Kanye ends up winning, because, you know, he hurt a lot of people this year and he disrespected a lot of people this year. And if the Grammys let him win, it would definitely make a lot of people that like the Grammys feel a certain type of way for them even giving him that award. I feel like I'm yapping though, but what do you guys think? Kanye West just submitted a Grammy submission for 2026 to win Rap Album of the Year and Album of the Year for his album Donda 2. Do you guys think that there's a possibility of Kanye West winning it, or do you guys think that there's no chance at all? Make sure you guys like, follow, comment, subscribe, hype up that video, but I'm out.